Okay, welcome everybody. I hope this is going to be a good use of your time, and I really appreciate you coming. Today, I'm going to discuss how to get funding towards professional services to streamline and optimize your processes, as well as build low-code apps and take advantage of the newest AI technologies, including large language models, intelligent document processing, automation, and more. Quick introduction to us and our team. We are one of Microsoft's first partners in the intelligent automation space when they acquired Softomotive. And me personally, I founded BHFE when I discovered the power of automation years ago. I'm an automation geek. Along with me, I have Paul, our sales executive, Dimitri, our solutions architect in charge of governance and COE, Center of Excellence, Mike, our automation developer, and one of our automation developers and one of our training instructors, as well as Eli, our grants and funding administrator. We're also thrilled to have Zach along with us from Microsoft, who's going to give a quick introduction to himself. Zach?
Yeah, thanks, Ray. Good afternoon, everyone. We're all assuming here in Dallas, Texas, it's 12:03, so we're in the afternoon. Thank you all for joining. Really excited to hear from BHFE Solutions. Ray's assembled quite a team, quite a practice here. I'm just here to support one of our great partners. If you may or may not know, we love our partners here at Microsoft. We couldn't go to market without them. And I take care of our SMC, kind of our mid-market financial service practice from a technical sales standpoint and subject matter expertise. So again, at a high level, we roll up financial services from 3 different subverticals, which are, our banking, which is inclusive of personal and commercial banking. We have an insurance subvertical, as well as capital markets. So from an industry standpoint, we seem to cover just about every corner of it. And again, super excited to hear about the Power Platform solutions and some of the unique offerings that BHFE Solutions has. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Ray and his team to continue on with the show. Thanks, Ray.
Really appreciate that, Zach. Thank you. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are a niche consultancy focusing on smart automation, AI, and the Power Platform. We work with clients of every size, and all of our solutions are custom designed. So with that, I'd love to talk really quickly about our agenda, and then we'll go from there. So basically, we want to give you guys a case study in the financial services industry, then give you guys a demo and introduction to the Power Platform, as well as what each component does and what that case study did to take advantage. Give you guys some use cases to start thinking about in general within your practices, and then discuss what Microsoft calls the patterns of value, where you can get organization-wide adoption with the Power Platform and really see some good ROI over there. And then really exciting thing is we're working with Microsoft to get you free professional services funded by both us and Microsoft. So we'll talk to you about how to get that. That's a really good way to get your foot in the door with the Power Platform and even maybe get a POC done. So with that said, oh, and one more thing, just I encourage you guys to ask questions in the chat at any time, and we'll be happy to answer them pretty quickly. Okay, so with that said, how can a business easily create apps and automations to optimize and streamline nearly any process, from loan processing to underwriting and due diligence to employer-client onboarding? We're going to share a case study involving one of the leaders in the financial services industry and how they leveraged Microsoft solutions to gain a competitive edge in the market. We've been working with a large number of customers in this industry. They're immediately seeing benefits. Happy to share testimonials and also discuss further on use cases if you guys want to set up a one-on-one. But we've been having a lot of wins in the financial services in general, especially in banking. It's been great. But for now, I'm going to pass the mic to Dimitri, who's going to discuss the case study. Dimitri?
Thanks, Ray, and welcome, everyone. Today, I have a pleasure of talking to you about Piramal Capital and Housing Finance Limited. This is no ordinary company. It is a vital part of the Piramal Enterprises family, making big waves in the housing finance market. With a bustling network that serves over 1 million customers through more than 300 branches spread across 24 states, PCHFL has truly made its mark across the breadth of India. At the core of their mission, PCHFL aimed to revolutionize their loan management from the ground up. Imagine this, a unified system that's the single source of truth for risk assessments, asset tracking, compliance checks, investment decisions, and day-to-day operations. The drive here is clear, out with the old and in with the new. They wanted to ditch the cumbersome paper trail and clunky manual processes that bog down so many in the industry. But that's not all. In a bold move, they set their sights on syncing up with the brightest fintech minds out there, all to sharpen their competitive edge and make smarter, more solid decisions, especially when it comes to underwriting loans. The goal? To craft an enterprise application that's a silver bullet for these challenges, boosting PCHFL's operational efficiency and service quality. Next slide, please. PCHFL optimized its wholesale lending with Microsoft's Power Platform, creating a loan origination system that improved process efficiency and ensured compliance. Integrating with Salesforce CRM allowed for seamless data flow and better customer relations management. Routine tasks like access control and data cleanup are now automated, while the new mobile app enables quick uploads to the LOS. Additionally, Power BI dashboards now offer personalized, real-time financial insights with a single click, elevating PCHFL's data analytics capabilities. Next, please. And here are the key components of this transformation. PCHFL cut loan turnaround times by 30%, accelerating credit decisions without sacrificing compliance. Operational activities have been streamlined, saving time and reducing redundancy. The bank has centralized its data, enhancing decision-making with custom reports and dashboards. Integration with external fintech players is now seamless, fostering innovation and collaboration. PCHFL's transformation, enabled by Microsoft technology, has set a new standard for agility and efficiency in the financial sector. Thank you for your attention, and now I'll hand it over to Mike, who'll dive deeper into the Power Platform and its key components. Mike, take it away.
Thank you, Dimitri. So all of this was made possible with the help of a range of Microsoft services, including Enlarge, the Microsoft Power Platform. Power Platform is a suite of valuable tools to help your organization accelerate development with low-code apps and websites. To optimize and automate processes with smart automation, we can create chatbots, utilize AI, and displace or organize our data in meaningful ways. A lot of times I hear like, okay, that's cool, but can it do X? Or this other one, like, okay, so now what can I do with it? Once we quickly verify both of them, we can just begin building. We don't need like prior programming language. Next, we will talk about each one of the components of the Power Platform, including Copilot Studio, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI. Okay, let's start with Power Apps. Power Apps is basically like a low-code, no-code platform that contains custom services and connectors to help us set a whole new environment that we can create applications that suits all of our needs. And all of this is done in a fast way. And for me, it's like we don't need to reach out to like an in-house development team and wait for their pipeline to empty it out before starting like a custom application. We can jump straight into it, like it's in our small teams, without prior programming language. Following the example of pyramids, they use Power Apps to allow users to take images and files to save them in the company's OneDrive repository with one simple click. Let's see a demo of Power Apps in action. Okay, so this is like a basic resource management map that took just a couple of days to create. Here we are adding our friend Brisbane into the database. You can see that we have different fields, but we have drop-downs with pre-filled information. What this helps us is when an end user is adding the information, we can eliminate the percentage of human error, those small errors of capitalization here where it doesn't belong, or incorrect data being written. Right. is presented in like a simple manner for us to actually understand what we are doing. Just a simple basic application, adding an employee to the database. And the data, it's readily available in real time. It's saving our heads the salary that Bruce Wayne that we added there, because we will be using it in another demo. Here you can see that we added the information. We are able to filter it out in many manners that we desire by department, by names, right? We can edit everything that we save in the application. And as I said before, it will be readily available throughout all of the applications that we have in real time. So we don't need to wait for updates, right? Also, another cool feature that we can have is like we can have the support system embedded into our applications. What this does, it's to basically enables us to contact support if something happens just by one click. Someone in the support team will receive the email that was just opened on the application. So that was just a quick glimpse of simple Power Apps. Then let's continue with Power BI. So Power BI, it's like an interactive data visualization software. I really like what it says there. Like it's like a data detective. It grabs the information from everywhere and it presents it to us in a simple way in custom dashboards that we are able to easily understand. We can show information on maps, charts, scatter plots, basically anything that we desire and help us make decisions, right? For me, Power BI is like an evolved version of Excel and PowerPoint, right? And it's database agnostic, right? We can grab the information from basically anywhere. Following the example for Pyramid, they use Power BI to create multiple dashboards for budgets and sales, for data of loans, right? These dashboards were integrated with the Power App Pyramid developed. So they are already integrating Power Apps and Power BI. Now, let's see a bit of what can Power BI do. So what you're looking here is like just raw data, right? All of the information that we were adding from the Power Apps is here. As you can see, well, it's not easily to see, but we have Bruce Wayne here, the person that we added before, right? So, of course, we can filter it out. We can change how we see the information, right? But going into the summary, as you can see, we can see the data in more detail. For example, how many employees we have by business unit, by department. We can take a look at the average annual salary by department too, or even breaking it down by gender. We can filter the information and break it down in many ways. Basically, it's whatever we think that we can do, we basically can filter it out or change custom information there. Right. And continuing with it, we can filter it out even more. Let's say we want to check salaries decomposition, right? Now we're seeing here the salaries of the departments of our companies, right? Let's say that our friend Bruce Wayne, right, taking the whole budget for the IT department. So an executive just can go here, read the information, and quickly see what it's actually happening. So our friend Bruce Wayne's on top there, just like a senior manager. So the executive can quickly know what's happening to make executive decisions or without any doubts of anything that can hinder us from making a decision. We can create a data-driven culture, right? And data doesn't lie, so it helps us big on that regard. So that was a glimpse of Power BI. Let's jump into Power Automate. So Power Automate, it's a really interesting one because we can dive now into robotic process automation, right? With this tool help us automate boring tasks or things that we don't have the time to do, but actually add value to the things that we need to do, right? Following the pyramid example, they found several use cases for Power Automate within the organization, like fully automating their complex approval process for several activities, right? So their whole approval process got streamlined, and they don't actually need to approve things manually because they have a bot in place, right? Let's to explain this better and how Power Automate works, let's check out the demo, right? Here we are starting with a simple Excel file, and we want to add this data into an ERP system. We built a custom ERP system, but imagine it can be any ERP system like SAP, right? Here we execute the bot, and it will go line by line, so it's we can read it in an easy way, right? It's not just code. Usually, writing things down from the Excel file into the ERP system takes a lot of time, right? Imagine writing 5,000 rows. However, as we execute the bot, it does it in a super fast way, extract the data and types it. The best way, it's doing it like how a human does it. So we can actually mimic what a human will do, right? Eliminating the percentage of error that we can have, right? And that it's like just a simple example. Imagine writing data into to a website or automating things on a website. On our custom applications, we can automate basically anything anywhere. It's just like tied into our imagination. So that was Power Automate. Let's jump straight ahead into Copilot Studio. So Copilot Studio is the fastest and easiest way to get chatbots running. We can get chatbots connected to Teams, into our websites, or basically our applications. We don't need complex code or language to create a chatbot or program the AI to actually respond to us, right? This is actually easily better to understand if we just demonstrate the capabilities of it in the demo. So, as you can see, we have the BHFE website. I want everyone to focus on the header there, where it says home, services, use cases, testimonials, right? Here, we are fitting the actual URL, the website, into Copilot Studio, right? For it, we just simply type the URL into Copilot, right? The chatbot is now ready. We have fed it with the information that we need. And depending on what we write, it would print out the actual information that the customer or the person it's wanting to see. Here, it types services, and it printed out the header that was on the website, like use cases, testimonials, resources, right? The next one we can write up in a more human way. Tell me more about the services, right? Or the use cases. Now it will print out only that section, only the use cases section of the web page, right? So what this let us is like basically customize everything that we want for Copilot Studio to respond. And this is a great way for us to actually have a first point of contact with the customer, right? Because we can customize what they can see and how it interacts. So this way we assure ourselves the contact is going to be correct and what they want to see, and we can guide them into our next steps. That, of course, depends on our imagination. But yeah, that was 4 components of the Power Platform. I hope I didn't bore you with all of that, but thank you for your time, and I hope you found this interesting. Back to you, Dimitri.
Thank you, Mike. Imagine having a tool at your fingertips that's not only powerful, but also accessible, even if you have just the basic coding skills. That's the Power Platform for you, a platform already adopted by industry giants like T-Mobile and Coca-Cola. With Power Platform, simplicity is key. Its low-code tools are designed for ease of use, ensuring anyone in your organization can harness its capabilities without needing extensive coding knowledge. This simplicity doesn't come at the expense of flexibility. You get full customization to tailor solutions specifically to your organization's unique needs and goals. Think about efficiency. With Power Platform, you can automate those repetitive, time-consuming tasks. This means increasing operational efficiency and freeing up your valuable employees' time to focus on what truly matters, your mission. Data is at the heart of strategic decision-making. Power Platform enables you to analyze data, uncover trends, and make data-driven decisions that can propel your organization forward. And let's talk connectivity. Our platform seamlessly integrates with other Microsoft products and virtually any other app or service you might be using. This interconnectedness ensures a smooth workflow, enhancing productivity across your organization. In short, Microsoft Power Platform is more than just a tool. It's a gateway to transforming how your business operates, making your processes more efficient, data-driven, and impactful. Paul, take it from here.
Thank you, Dimitri. So the Power Platform is proven to drive efficiency and growth. It does that by reducing your development costs and allowing operational and business people to design, build, and implement new streamlined processes. They do not have to wait for IT resources or development resources or open service desk tickets in order to get support. This makes them more efficient, and the support is more timely as they're able to self-serve their own applications. This creates greater organizational efficiency. It reduces errors and mistakes due to human intervention by the automation, and the ease of use allows for integration with multiple organizational tools, including data sources like SAP, Oracle, Salesforce.com, Hogan Banking Systems, loan and risk enterprise software applications. Common financial service use cases. Some of these are know your customer, so allows for better data organization for all people management, particularly human resources, for onboarding and offboarding of both customers and employees, improving organizing and expediting all email outreach, including marketing campaigns, mail notifications, any notices that have to be sent out either by email or snail mail, managing all financial transactions for more efficient and timely accounts payable and accounts receivable, and streamlining all reporting for greater accuracy as well as governmental and regulatory compliance. Common business scenarios in banking, so things like new account openings, customer onboarding, ability to track and report on all new customers for know your customers and compliance, loan underwriting and processing to streamline all loan applications and approval processes, accounts reconciliation for monthly statements and data aggregation and entry, and regulatory reporting for accounting and automating all processes to allow disparate data sources to be ingested and complete all regulatory compliance tax filings easily, accurately, and completely. And finally, for fraud and financial crimes prevention, so that you can know your customer and use things like OFAC checking to verify their authenticity. Common business scenarios across all industries. These are different processes that can be automated and streamlined. So what any business can use things to streamline, expedite, reduce their errors and mistakes across all companies, regardless of size, industry, and complexity. Ray, back to you.
All right, thanks, Paul. So you guys have a couple of ideas of use cases over there. I'd be happy to get on one-on-ones with you to discuss more use cases. We have literally hundreds of them. But for now, I want to talk about the patterns of value. Basically, how you can get organization-wide adoption of the Power Platform and really achieve some good ROI. So we've noticed that there's a number of patterns where we get this enterprise-wide adoption, as you can see over here. I'm going to discuss a couple of them in a little bit of detail on the next slide. So the first one would be app modernization and organizational agility. What we mean by that is basically businesses have the tendency over time to get antiquated or to get incompatible applications. They don't talk well to each other, or you have really terrible UIs and so on and so forth. So with the Power Platform, especially with Power Apps, you can create better user experiences. You can automate clunky applications. You can integrate incompatible applications either through the front end or through APIs. You can extend the value of your current processes and applications and get better insights from your current data. Basically, all of this can integrate with any application in existence. Thousands of them are pre-built, the integrations for, and it can get even better from there. And I'll explain to you on the next slide what that means. Basically, the Power Platform connects to other applications and websites with what they call connectors, similar to how APIs work, but much more user-friendly. Basically, think Legos, but using the power of APIs. When something doesn't have a native connector, you can build a custom connector using APIs, which makes any future development super simple. And even when there is no API or connector or custom connector, you can still interact with things, whether it's a desktop application, a website, or pretty much anything else you could think of with robotic process or robotic desktop automation, which is really powerful. Another pattern we've noticed is accelerating pro developers. So as we all know, developers are really expensive and good developers are really scarce. Maximizing them as an asset by giving them tools to significantly accelerate the project from end to end is really important. So with the Power Platform, we've noticed on average, a one-year project takes about 3 to 4 months. So it significantly cuts down development time. It also significantly reduces testing and fixing because everything is so much simpler. This allows more time to get things done, saves more money, and basically frees up developers. So whether you're using internal developers or you hire experts such as us, it saves on the bottom line. Another pattern we've discovered is empowering departments. So a lot of times there's departments that want to get things done, but the business doesn't have enough bandwidth, for example, not enough developers in order to build something. A lot of times for simpler processes or simpler apps, the departments themselves can build it in-house because of the simplicity of the Power Platform. So you don't have to spend time waiting to free up a developer. Communication isn't an issue because the department already knows what they want. And at the same time, IT stays in full control because there's a centralized administration and governance component to this. So everything stays secure. So that's some of the patterns of value. I wanted to jump back in and discuss who we are, what we do, and also how to get free professional services for a moment. So for us, basically, as mentioned earlier, we work with organizations of every size, and everything that we do can be custom tailored, each one of our services. And in general, we do this by focusing on 4 different areas, whether it's automation, low-code apps, AI, chatbots, intelligent document processing, or pretty much anything else when it comes to the Power Platform or AI. We have 4 different areas. We'll help you discover use cases. We'll help standardize, map, optimize these use cases. We'll talk to your team. We'll help you guys communicate so that you guys can also discover use cases. Then, of course, we do development, whether it's helping your teams on the more complex projects, or we just take everything over depending on what you guys want. We also do training and co-development. So we have curriculum-based trainings, as well as workshops and hackathons, so you can get some hands-on training. And then we do something called co-development, where basically we pick a use case, and our team works alongside yours to help you build it so that you can really get that hands-on training. It's been wonderful for a lot of our clients. Besides that, we also have trainings on everything from administration to governance to communication when it comes to the Power Platform. And then finally, we have Center of Excellence set up. So the Center of Excellence basically is your internal team of dedicated experts that will do development, administration, process discovery, basically creating a pipeline, tracking the KPIs, security, etc. So we'll help you set your team up and also help set them up with the tools that they need for success, such as the Microsoft Power Center of Excellence toolkit. We'll set it up from A to Z for you. So basically, as I mentioned, we work with organizations of all sizes, mom and pop shops, all the way up to Fortune 100s, for-profit, nonprofit. We've had a lot of successes along the way everywhere, especially with banks. We're working with quite a few banks. Just a couple of testimonials over here. And one thing I really wanted to point out is When we created the slide, it was nearly, now it's over 90% of our clients, 95%, excuse me, of our clients have long-term continuing engagements with us. What that means is clients love us. We work with you, we treat your business as if it's our own, and we really do everything we can to save you money and give you the most success possible. So with all that said, I'd like to talk to you guys about the Microsoft and BHFE incentive programs. Eli's going to take it away, but on a high level, we've teamed up with Microsoft in order to help you guys get some free professional services. We have needs assessments and other things that you get completely free. And then along the way, you can also get subsidized services. So I'm going to let Eli take it away from here. Eli?
Thanks, Ray. So everyone watching this right now is already qualified for free professional services that are subsidized by Microsoft and BHFE Solutions. We apply on your behalf and you immediately become approved for our needs assessment workshop, where our Power Platform specialists work with your team to uncover key challenges and opportunities within your organizational processes, and then propose concrete solutions utilizing the Power Platform. You may also be eligible for more professional services like custom demos, proof of concepts, center of excellence, implementations, and more. Many in the financial service industry have already found this to be a great opportunity to dip their feet into smart automation and low-code solutions without any investment or risk involved. Applying for this is easy and completely free. Just sign up through our website or contact us directly, and we'll be happy to walk you through getting this and other promotions offered by Microsoft and BHFE. For those who would like to sign up for this today, stay on this call and we'll be happy to help you get started right after this. Back to you, Ray.
Okay, so yeah, we're here if you guys have any questions. And I wanted to mention one more interesting thing. Not everybody can do it because it depends on your licensing agreement with Microsoft, but I'd be happy to talk about it just to answer any questions. Basically, if you purchase licensing through us, any Microsoft licensing, and especially the Power Platform licensing, we give you a significant rebate on your licensing purchase towards professional services. Oftentimes, it's 5 figures plus. So if you guys want to talk about that, I'd be happy to discuss it as well.